Jay Rooter here, and today we are in the 2015 Bentley 10-speed 6 concept. We in a big boy today. This car, well, Bentley in general has always been heavy cars. We're looking at 4,400 pounds, but with 633 horsepower and 619 pounds foot torque. And here we go on the takeoff. And this car here, it has some good grip, but it's really torquey at times. There'll be times where I'm driving this car in a higher gear and I'll just spin out, which is it's not a bad thing because the car needs it because it has so much weight. But coming into this first turn here, having a little bumping and grind, I'm just going to say it straight up. This car is pretty average. Has average speed. Average. Well, actually, the top end of this car is pretty good, but the acceleration is about average. Handling is about ooh boy. All right, so that got a little squirrely for a minute, but everything about this car is pretty average. If you just want to have a car that just tests your skill, this car will definitely do it. It's well planted, and you don't have to really worry too much about losing it in the corners. But there are situations where you might throttle a little too early, and the car will spin out. But other than that, it handles pretty good. It's just, it's too heavy. It's a really heavy car. Now, I'm driving in the A class, and that guy just got punted into the wall in blatant disrespect. But this car it's not bad. It's not good. You're not going to find yourself in podiums often unless it's just a catastrophic wreck at the beginning. Like right there, I lost it just a little bit because I throttled a little too early. The car is very torquey, but other than that, it's pretty good. And all right, we're not going to talk about that because I don't know what happened there. I didn't see anything wrong with what the other driver was doing. But getting back to this race here, we're up in the 8th place, moving through to the last couple of corners, and I kind of pushed it a little too hard. That's the thing. This is only a couple of races back into playing Forza again, and I'm getting used to it again, and I would never thought I would have to get used to playing a game that I played for 10, 12 years. I don't know, a very long time. And yeah, it's just getting used to playing the game again. But getting back to this race here, overshooting my my braking point. Now this car does not brake well at all. It really doesn't because it is such a big boy. So braking is low on for the average for an A-class car, but it seems like it's okay stat-wise, but feeling-wise, when actually trying to brake, it just doesn't work that well. So on a straightaway, we can make up some ground because the car can max out about 198, but that's only on Le Mans. Not a long enough straightaway to do this. Car doesn't have great acceleration, so it's not going to get there too quick, but it will get there eventually. Now, for this particular tune, since the car doesn't have the best handling, I was very generous to the downforce of the rear and forward bumper, so you get a little extra handling. Now we're catching up to this Skyline here. Let's see if we can make a move on them. All right, gonna get down this straightaway. The Skyline's definitely going to get me out of the corners. I would say this car, in general, is probably it's a mid-tier car. If you just want to challenge yourself and see if you can get a podium with this car, it's definitely a car to do it with. Skyline definitely overshooting. I don't know if it was the pressure that I had on them, but I don't know what this is in front of me, but it looks similar to a Monte Carlo, and it looks like a donk. Something that would be very representative of Texas. If you live in the Texas area, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because donks are just old cars from like the 80s or 60s or 70s, and you're putting extremely big rims on them. And that car looks very donk-like. So catching up to them. Going to try to take sixth place. Let's not try to say position. And we're trying to catch up to the donk, but the donk is has a lot of horsepower. Drifting everywhere, probably doesn't have the best suspension set up for those big rims, so he's probably having a lot of trouble keeping it straight. Either that or he's trying to, I don't know, trying to show off. A guy behind me came out of nowhere. Don't know where he came from. Either has a lot of speed or a lot of handling, one or the other. I'm not going to say it's the speed part because it kind of looks like it's a 4-cylinder, but I'm not too sure. Oh, getting a little close to him. A little bumper tap here. Not trying to cross him up here. And I see Squidward. I see Squidward dabbing on me. This guy is driving a meme car. The memes are quite dank. And there's a little Squidward on the back bumper. All right, so this guy's just out here having a good time. I got to respect that. But I'm still going to try to pass him, though. He's actually not doing bad. His car is probably very overpowered, making up for all the fallacies of not being able to turn. So you have to have a lot of acceleration and a lot of top end to make up for any attributes of your car that you don't have. So in his case, he probably doesn't have handling, but he probably has gross amount of power at his disposal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch him. Oh, he's drifting through the last corner. We're getting up on him. He's going too far sideways, and I'm just going to take advantage of this. I'm going to pass him up real quick, and that's going to be the race. I got to respect that guy. That guy's pretty awesome. So the Bentley, not a bad car. You're going to do average at most, and it's just an all right car. So this has been Jay Runner. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.